Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Tune in, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream. Yeah, I said the end, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream. Yeah, I don't feel me straight apply. But when I'm stand up for the stone, I live my life. Been east to rich when east and they stick when I make it fast. But the schooling's never bad for me, my dough is still for thighs. I'm the horn, niggas know they cute too, I keep out the bone. But let's get you know my me, you must be up the shown. And when I see a nigga smile, you will stay up front. And if they got me know, then you know I did the con. You up the icon, I see the fact. This ain't amazing, but I hate I wakes what I pack. I keep a searing in the rain, then I smoke as crash. And if I get I'll keep a far. Know some planet, yeah. Taking trash to the sky from my reason to living. All the flu on the blend, that resenting you reeling. Dax geeking out of love, I might never be willing. These you'll never know what you I can never forget. But tune in, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream. Yeah, I 7 in, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream. Yeah, you know by now it's on the line of people, but you never know this name is Kanana sequel. Spick it fresh, taken down, so decide the needle. Put down, stay the time to line like you want the needles. And if you hate when I like the brown, it's like your cam in the ground till they come around. But like I'm so fresh up and do the moves confused. And now I know what's up and noon and that was all for you. Say you never lose, stakes is native Purricana. I was go always not a like a bagel, Drake your face. But I was thinking to his soul when I was by the cover. Hang out by Wayne, man, I ain't like the make whatever. I say complain, flame mine, you gay, ain't no restriction. This nap so hard, go within and never missing. Convinced that you me love me now, but store and never tripping. It's the enemies it's all, boy, yo come and get tripping. Tune in, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream. Yeah, I say the name, vibe high, it's GPTV1. Live stream the trends, let the exploration run. Hip hop beats, we're on the scene. Catch the buzz, live your dream.
Live your dream. That's what I'm doing over here at GPTV1. What up, though, family? I'm back, Monday edition. You know, I do this every Monday. I want to welcome y'all back to GPTV1. Truth never lies. Tonight, I'm diving into a breaking and heartbreaking story out of Los Angeles. Son of Eugene, Big U Henley, one of the most well-known figures tied to the Rollin 60s Crips. His son has been fatally shot. This isn't just another headline. This is about legacy, street politics, and the cycle of violence that keep haunting our communities. Big U's name carries weight across Los Angeles, from the streets to the studios. And when tragedy hits, someone of that status shakes the city. I'll look at that and what's been reported so far, what the streets are saying, and what this means for the future of LA's gang peace efforts. Stick around, because tonight I'm breaking it all down. Facts, the history, and the message behind the madness. This is GPTV1. Stepping in the building. Do me a solid. Click that like button. For the first time here, click that subscribe button. And I appreciate you being here. Click the notification bell. That way you can get alerts whenever I update or drop new content. And I want to shout out to my new member. I got another member, so the membership is growing. I appreciate that. And of course, they get first access to content. And I just dropped a members only video. And I got something special coming up on this live stream tonight, because we got a soundtrack coming out with the documentary, and I'm gonna play a song of that tonight. It's hot too. But before we get to all that, I want y'all to check out this public announcement. Yo, what up, Dope GP family? We're alive, and I need you to lock in. First up, check out the GP online store. Limited drops, exclusive gear. Rep the channel and stunt while you do it. And if you want to support the stream live, smash that super chat or send some love via Cash App or Chime. Every donation goes straight into making this show bigger and crazier for you. So what are you waiting for? Shop, donate, vibe, and join the GP family. Let's make this stream legendary. Yep, let's make this stream legendary. And I want to let the audience know that I changed the moniker officially to GPTVONE. So that's the brand right there. So you're looking for that. But there's many ways you can support this channel. You can hit me in the super chat, or you feeling a little generous, you can hit me on the Cash App, you can hit me on my Chime, or simply visit the GP online store. I do have the winter stuff coming up. The winter designs are coming soon. And I appreciate everybody that checks out the GPTV1 store. But back to Big U. You know, Big U recently, well, some months ago, most people know he got jammed up on them Fed charges. And here's a topic that circulates around in the podcast circuit. So it'd be a lot of topical discussions. And people pretty much know his background, who follow true crime or who follow court cases or stuff that's popping out in the streets. Because a lot of gang politics get reported on podcasts. You got podcasters out there that strictly just follow gang activity. And then you got former gangbangers, you know, that was from this Big U era. They got podcasters themselves. So there's many podcasters out there that follow the gang politics, gang activity, and all of that. So Big U has a long-standing history with the Rollin Crips. I mean, you can pull up clips all day on him representing the Crips or Rollin 60s. Then you got the other side of him where he's this philanthropist type of person. I'm sorry, I couldn't get that word out all that good, but he's supposed to care about the community, and he's running a non-profit organization, but the feds said they're using that organization as a front for his Rollin 60s Crip activities. And he facing a lot of charges, but one of the things you don't want to do is be the martyr to the situation. You don't want to be the face of the Crips. You don't want to be the face of the organization. They paint them as the face of the Crips for the last 30 years. But I think they did that with the other guy, Tookie Williams. He became a real martyr to the Crip situation. And, you know, they don't have no general leaders. But somebody like Big U, they consider a leader in the Crip thing. I was watching documentaries earlier about ex-mob guys and how they didn't like the image and all that type of stuff the media painted for them, and it followed them all the way to their death, really. And a lot of times when you run in the streets and you're doing all that type of stuff, the reputation can follow you, literally for the rest of your life. So somebody like Big U, you may come off like an activist or something like that, but most people are only gonna look at you as a Crip. They're only gonna look at you as a gang leader. That happens with a lot of drug dealers, you know. They look images and characters and nicknames and all of that stuff follows them for the rest of their life. That's exactly what I was looking at. I was looking at them ex-mob documentaries. I think one of the things I watched was Babyface Nelson, way back in the day. I listened to that today. St. Valentine's Day massacre that happened during the Al Capone days. And I just been listening to a lot of Gambino family stuff over the past couple of days, and you know, these nicknames and all that stuff can follow you forever. White Boy Rick is one of those people. You know, he's always gonna be known as White Boy Rick. You know, Supreme Team. He's always gonna be Supreme Team. No matter how much you try to clean up your image, or you trying to make it look like you cleaned up your image, but it still can follow you. The Supreme Team was Supreme. He doing life in prison. Guess what? It followed him to prison. He still got that jacket on him while he in prison. Well, he tried to put out a documentary and try to do some public relation or some damage control to try to fix that up. And when this story came out that his son got hit, Big U, you know, some people got some things to say. I want to send my condolences, first of all, to this man's family. I don't know Big U personally, but I don't think I would have ran in the circles he ran in. And some people did call on Big U to be the security type, or they give you the pass in Los Angeles. But many people know that Los Angeles is big on extortion. It's definitely big on robberies. Like, these rappers will tell you they'll rob you in LA. You go out there flossing and all that type stuff. And just the gang culture in Los Angeles, it's like a big spider web. It's a big web. It's like something, most of every part of it is connected to the gang culture in some type of way. Then you got the Hollywood side, the rich people and all that type stuff. You got that side of Los Angeles. The dark side, the gang culture is like, it's like a web around there. You can pull into Los Angeles and doggone person working behind the counter, that person affiliated with a gang. You go over to get a rental car, the person that's working behind the register who's booking you in your rental car, that person affiliated with a gang. You got the people that shuttle you from the airport to the rental car place, the driver of that bus, that person lives in the hood and affiliated with all kind of gangs. I went to LA one time and I was waiting at the shuttle bus and I got to talking to the shuttle bus driver. I was waiting to go to the rental place to get my car. And guess what? The conversation came up about gangs. She lived in a blood neighborhood. This the shuttle driver. You know. But it depends on how you move around and when you go into these cities and all of that. It don't matter what city you go to. If you go there looking for mess, you're gonna find it. LA ain't no different. You go out there looking for it, you will find it. You look for trouble, you will find the trouble. So I had a good time in LA. I like to visit there. You know, I've been through all the Rollin 60s neighborhood, been to Compton, Blood neighborhoods, Crip neighborhoods, but I don't move off that type of militia, you know. So I know not to go in people's hoods and try to show out their hood, show up their hood, you know. I'm gonna respect your hood when I come to your area. I'm gonna respect all of that. You go out there with the sharks, they get a hold of your ass, like Trick said. But I'll move around in different hoods and stuff like that. I respect them hoods. I respect people when I go into their cities and all that type of stuff. But Big U just had this long-standing gang culture around him that he's probably never going to shake. So when I look into this type of thing, you know, always as an ethic, I like to look up credible sources. And I found some news reports We're gonna check that out too. I'm gonna share my screen. And his son name was Jabari Henley, and he got a name called it seems like it said Baby Huey. I don't know. I don't want to butcher the nickname. I want to use my reader for this one. Let me share my screen. Hold on, family. Thanks for joining me, family. I appreciate it. Shouts out to Facebook. I'm live on Facebook. All right, let's get some of this reading. I'm sharing my screen right now. And this is a news report, and this is coming from MSN. So let me let my reader read this. Let me go back to it. Where you go to? Come over here. Hold on, family. Oh, it's not reading. But anyway, let me turn this down. What it says, the 34-year-old son of Eugene Big U Henley, an accused Crips leader, facing federal charges in a sprawling criminal case involving accusations of running a mafia-like enterprise. Well, we got the background on Big U. We pretty much know that. Y'all want to know more about that, just look it up. You see all kind of podcasters reporting on this. And don't forget the internet investigators. They be all on top of this type of stuff. But his son's fatal shooting occurred just after 11 p.m. at Figueroa and 69th Street in the Vermont Slauson neighborhood. Okay, that sounds like, I believe they call it the West Side. It's South Central. Said Normal Eason Man, a spokesperson for the Los Angeles Police Department. Shooting occurred after the victim had appeared to walk up to a vehicle. Suspects inside the vehicle shot him, then fled the scene. I think I seen a podcaster saying something about it. Phelan got caught or something like that, but I don't see no credible news source reporting that. So there is no description of the suspect. Firefighters pronounced the victim dead at the scene. Rory Henley's father, Eugene Big U Henley, 58, is a well-known figure in hip-hop circles and helped launch the career of Nipsey Hussle. That's another thing about Big U. He always gonna have that Nipsey Hussle thing hanging over his head, because many people think he was complicit in that. One of Jabari's brothers is Daniel Henley, linebacker with the Los Angeles Chargers. Yep. So Big U got a son that's in the NFL, and I'm gonna look at an interview he had did. But that's pretty much the news report. Eugene Henley was indicted this year on 43 counts of running a criminal enterprise that alleged carried a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper. That's another thing with Big U. So some people look at this like this is full circle. I'm not going to wish that type of stuff on this guy, Big U, but some people don't like Big U, and they may say some things like that. You know, they look at it like this is full circle. You know, the energy you put out there is the energy you get back. Some people say that his son got caught out of bounds in the wrong territory. So I'm interested in knowing, was his son claiming any sex or participated in gangbanging? I don't know. I had to find out more about that. You know, but I would like to say this is not investigator reporting. So, and in this situation, do you think it was personal or part of a bigger LA street conflict? Can gang peace in LA ever truly hold, or is it just temporary? couple questions y'all can answer back in the comments section. And your comments will be highlighted on here. That's for sure. But what's the bigger picture? That can gang peace in LA ever truly hold? Or is it just temporary? Do you think this was personal or part of a bigger LA street conflict? And the enemies of Big U, they're going to say this is full circle. Can't forget about that supposedly up and coming rapper that's supposed to be signed to him. I mysteriously came up unalive in Las Vegas. I think that's a part of this indictment against Big U. There's fathers out there. I'm shouting out, I'm talking to the fathers right now. You know, I got a young son myself. I always watch my image around my son. Granted, I'm not running the streets and I'm not running a criminal enterprise like they allege this guy is doing. But I wonder, was his son banging? Obviously, the other one got his head on his shoulders because he's doing big things in the NFL. And he got a big sack in his win. It just happened to be coached by Coach Harbaugh. You know, I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a Wolverine fan. So, and we're going to look at that piece in just a minute. But I found the news report talking about this. I want to share my screen for you all, family. You stepping in the building, do me a solid and click the like button. It really helps this live stream out. And click the notification bell if you're stepping in the building. And like the content. But let me share my screen, family. Hold on, let me go back. Give me 1 second, family. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's share my screen with this one. I did find a news report on that. So let's check out this news report. Let's get some sound going on. Let's go.
New details on a shooting we first brought you yesterday morning. A man killed in South LA on Halloween night is the son of a former rap executive and alleged former gang leader.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley, better known as Big U. Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin 60s Crips gang. Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
Okay. So they are going to look at, was any gang ties tied to this actual unaliving of this 34-year-old guy, Big U's son. We're going to continue with this in a minute. Right now, I want to kick one of the songs that's coming off the soundtrack of the documentary we're coming out with. Shadow Empire is hot. It's super hot. It's for the true crime audience. And this soundtrack will come along with that. So let me play that track. Check it out, family.
Came up out the concrete, dust on my sneakers. Dark nights, cold streets, talking to the dreamers. Whispers in the alley say the world don't need us. But I saw a throne in the smoke like Jesus. Heart of a soldier, hands of a builder. Mind like a king, but the pain got realer. Cameras show the wars that the world won't witness. Shadow Empire, I was born in the trenches. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Crawled out the fire, but the flames still touch you. From the mud, from the bottom, yeah, I came from the struggle. Now I'm standing on the mountain, watching how the world hustle. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Bloodlines built empires, legends and ghosts. Families torn apart for who wanted it most. We was chasing silver, chasing gold, chasing hope. Trying to pay for a future on a promise note. Seen kings fall quick when the hunger got louder. Seen angels turn stone when the city got prouder. Shadow empire, I survived that thunder. Bag in my hand, but I'm thinking about wonder. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Crawled out the fire, but the flames still touch you. From the mud, from the bottom, yeah, I came from the struggle. Now I'm standing on the mountain, watching how the world hustle. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. For the money, but the money
That joint high right there.
love for the money, but the money don't love you.
That's gonna be on the soundtrack.
We ain't never had nothing, so we learn how to take. Turn hunger to diamonds, turn pressure to faith. If the gold ever fades, remember the pain, remember the rain, remember the name.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot right there. That's gonna be hot, family. That's coming with the documentary Shadow Empire. That song is called Love for the Money. I just wanted to debut it on his live stream. So, like I said, it's not going to be distributed on YouTube. It's not going to be for the public. So, people can purchase, make a one-time purchase, or, you have to be a member. And the soundtrack will come along with that. It has 7 strong, I had 8 bangers on there. Different type of flavors too. That's gonna be hot. But anyway, back to Big U. By the way, you stepping in the building, I see a few people in here. Do me a solid and click the like button. But Big U, let's see what else I got up here for Big U. We looked at the news story. So let's check out this story right here. This is about the brother who's in the NFL. Let me share my screen. Let me share this screen really quick, family. Check out this report right here. Let's go.
Now to new details on another sports-related story. Chargers linebacker Henley playing with a heavy heart today after his brother was shot and killed in South LA.
They do quick snap and pressure's coming, and Henley takes him down.
That was Henley getting a big sack today against the Titans, then falling to his knees in honor of his late brother Jabari Henley. The 34-year-old was killed Halloween night. Both men are sons of music executive Eugene Henley, better known as Big U, who's an accused leader of the Crips gang, now facing federal charges. Police say Jabari died near Figueroa and 69th Street. Investigators say someone inside a car opened fire that drove off. There is an investigation now underway.
Yep, South Central, baby. Let me stop sharing that. So that was a little news clip about his brother who plays in the NFL, the Chargers, as you can see. And that's a sad situation. And again, my condolences goes out to their family. But Big U, you think it was a good representation? Or was a good influence to his sons? Well, no, hindsight is 20/20, We don't tell them what was really going on with this son. And like most cases, it takes time to put the puzzle together. What role do you think social media plays in escalating these situations? Does Big U's past make his family a target? Or is it something else? What lessons can the next generation take from this tragedy? That's a good question. What lessons can we learn from this? I look at everything should be a learning curve. But I don't think that this guy had the best image. He didn't put it out there like that. After all the interviews and all of that type of stuff, I can't say he was out there doing illegal stuff in the streets. I wasn't there. I don't think he was trying to pass off like activists. I think most of that stuff was surrounded by rappers and all that type of stuff. And And they say he's a music executive. I'm trying to see what was he executive of. I don't think he was a part of Nipsey Hussle real successful project when he winning awards and all that type of stuff. I think he is separated from this guy. And I say this with all due respect. I think that he felt like he should get credit for Nipsey Hussle. And I don't think that guy that shot Nipsey Hussle, Shitty Cuz, many people speculate and theorize that they put a bag on his head. That's not my theory. In my opinion, I believe Shitty Cuz, he went around some of the other side of the Crips, which pretty much not the Nipsey Hussle part of the Crips. And he just sat around them listening to him talking down about him. They wasn't talking in favor of him. I think he did that looking for stripes. I think that he thought the Crips was gonna make him a hero if he did Nipsey Hussle. That's just my opinion. A lot of this stuff, man, some of this stuff, it don't have to be no bag on your head. Some people do take it upon themselves to go do it to get stripes. You know what they saying? The saying that goes out there, you can do the research yourself. Nobody's bigger than the program. And Nipsey Hussle bringing people in the area and nobody can extort them. They front line in that. As his brother Black Sam says, they front line in that. So Nipsey is bigger than the program. And even when he brought Khaled down there to the hood, as has been reported, that Big U popped up. He want to get all the information from Khaled and all that type of stuff. He just felt like he got to get something out of the deal. Bring these folks to the hood. Nipsey said it himself in his own song, you got to be charged. But they frontlining whoever they bring through the hood. I just believe Shitty Cuz, just recently started coming back around there, and he went around those Crips that was talking down about Nipsey Hussle. He didn't go around the favorable Crips when it come to Nipsey Hussle. And it's like putting it up in the air. I don't think they went directly to Shitty Cuz and say, hey man, go over there and pop on Nipsey Hussle. I believe he was sitting around other people that were talking shit about Nipsey. And that's like putting the green light on somebody. A lot of these situations, I was just talking to my daughter about this. It's real shit right here. It's real shit. Like, who vouched for you? Like, literally, like, look at your circle and really look at it and say, who vouches for you? That's an important question. Because if nobody around vouching for you while people talking shit about you, that's like putting the green light on. Because all these people around show that they don't care. Why should the assailant care? If don't nobody else care, so I believe Shitty Cuz went around people who didn't care for Nipsey Hussle like that. And it really, in a lot of ways, I actually start with this guy. I really hate to say that. I don't want to make this guy out guilty, man. I don't learn my lesson. Even with the case I was just following, the Alicia Andrews, she going through it right now. She got that guilty charge. There's some reports out there saying she want the judge off the case and all that type of stuff. But those people used to people coming into courts think they can control the courtroom. She's making a bunch of ruckus right now, literally. And that's another crazy case. Another one of those crazy cases. But just like we saying in that particular case, they charged her with first-degree murder. Well, most people agree that she wasn't a part of the actual planning. She just more or less facilitated, and was there when all this stuff was happening. You just simply can't do that. But to say she was part of the planning, we all know she didn't put all the little details in there. So they gave her the manslaughter charge. She still was found guilty on manslaughter, so she's not gonna have to do life in prison. But again, that's one of them cases that everybody thought for sure she was gonna get hit with that first murder charge, or at least we knew it was just too much evidence to say you're not guilty of anything now. You know. And in the Goldman case, we promised that, hey, this guy is guilty. What happened? Not guilty. So you gotta let this stuff play out in court. Many people think that Big U is going to snitch. It shouldn't be a surprise because we live in that type of era right now. I've learned not to snitch. I stood on that. I stand on that today, you know. I'm not involved in anything that would involve snitching or anything like that. I don't plan to be under any investigations in the future either. But I believed in that. I believed in the non-snitching stuff. I stood on it. It was a rule. It was a discussion. But in today's world, it's enough self-snitching. I just did a members-only video. And in that video, I highlighted some of the things the Jacksonville police were saying, because they got a special group of people that only focus on like rap lyrics, rap videos, and try to tie this stuff they saying in their music and their videos to some of the murders that be happening down there. And even in the report, they saying the rappers are confessing about this stuff. So who really snitching? I guess it's not snitching if the rapper, you know, and make a song about somebody that got whacked and subliminally putting it out there like they know something about that. They even put it in a song, the police gotta do their job. Yeah, I agree with that part. But they got a special group of people that focus on rap lyrics and rap songs. They monitor that stuff. So who's really snitching? If a rapper said in a record, that's not snitching. But I stood on it. And many people think Big U want to do some talking. I mean, this guy faces some serious time. At 58 years old, you'll be surprised. Especially when he finds out that the people that's telling on him, the other people that's trying to get out of this case. But his son, we had to find out more. It's already speculated that he got caught in the wrong hood. He got caught in the wrong territory, because most people know that LA is very territorial. I think that's not no secret. But we got to find out the circumstances. And they have to come from credible sources. I had to get my information from sources. Even if you have a podcaster, we all run across the same stories, and everybody get their own little versions to it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, people have to entertain their audiences, and some of these people got big audiences. GPTVONE is up and coming. It's up and coming. If you're feeling a little generous, you can hit me something on my Cash App. you hit me on the chime. And this Big U guy and his son. Some podcaster say this is full circle for all the stuff that Big U has done to people for many years. I'm not gonna go far as and say and wish bad stuff on this guy, but some people say that. Karma is something else. Just a little side note. Karma is something else. Even in my lifetime, I consider myself, I done paid my karma back 10 times over. I am beyond that part of my life where karma got to kick in. I done been through that part already. I've been good, I don't know, man, like 20 years now. We're doing good, clean business. You know what I'm saying? So all the shaky stuff that comes with all the street life and all of that. So you may not have the best credibility when it comes to the streets. And here and there, you may have to do some shady stuff to survive on the streets. And the few toes that I stepped on, I had to pay that back. It came at the worst time, boy. I said, yeah, that's that karma, boy. Definitely that. I paid my karma back a long time ago. That's like the last thing I'm thinking about in my life, you know. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I ain't stabbed nobody in the back. I haven't gotten over on nobody. I ain't did none of that. I really just been living a legitimate life. You know, I do legitimate business, you know. It's either we gonna do the business or we not, you know. It's no hard feeling, it's just business. So, but many people think this is karma for Big U. There's no telling what his son, you know, I'm not gonna look that type of stuff up and see was he gang affiliated, because these these podcasters, they will let you know if this guy was banging or not. They will let you know. Shop, donate, buy. Join the GP family. Hit the GP online store, super chat, or cash app. Time. Let's make this stream legendary. Truth never lies. I'm doing a lot of technical stuff I got to do to this documentary. Of course, I submitted it for distribution. So, working on that. Through the process of that, came up with these 7 songs. And it's just hot, man. We got a whole season already rolled out. 6 episodes. Gonna be 6 episodes. Will not be released to the public on YouTube. You know. And shouts out to my new members. You want to join the GP family? I appreciate that, man. You got somebody that's really truly fans of what you do. You got to appreciate that. A lot of this stuff like the music game, you know, you build you fans up, you know, and they support you. Like true fans. Then they like some of the stuff you do in the past, and you know they keep looking at it. You know, the chat keeps going on and on. But I've been to the 60s and all of that. Glad I didn't run into Big U and his alleged crew out there. But again, I'm not moving on that type of militia. You know, I'm not popping up in people's hoods with a Mount Luxury on in a Bentley or something. Nah. I'm not finna go down there fall style and get live on YouTube and on TikTok and all of that. So what else I got up here? Okay, I got the brother lined up here, so let's check out what he's saying. This is coming from TMZ. Hold on, fam. Let me share my screen and see what the brother had to say. This is the brother that plays for the Chargers. And this is coming from TMZ. And let's see what they say. The video is buffering. Sound going on.
For me, as sad as it is, and like as traumatizing as all this is, I got a job to do. So for me, it was coming out here and handling the job first, and then being emotional after. Everything hit me pretty hard. One thing I will say is no like secret what I've been dealing with this whole year. So it's been a long ride for me since the beginning of the season. So I mean, this game and what I'm going through right now, as big as it is, I feel like I just had to handle my job and, you know, get back to the fam as soon as I can.
And that sack you had when you dropped to your knees, what was, it looked like you prayed, what was going through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to my brother one more time. And it was just an emotional moment for me, just to be able to make a play on a day like this, just losing him so soon. Like I said, it's been a long year for me, so I had to just send a prayer up and just hopefully he heard it and just get one out there.
Do you feel the guys rallying around your teammates?
100%. They let it be known since I got the news. My brothers was there. Denzel was right there as I found out at about 6 a.m. in the morning. I found out, got a call from my mom, and Denzel was right there. Then shout out my coach, Navarro Bowman, also right there as I went through it. It was a long day for me, and everybody showed up. Coach Harbaugh showed up, Jesse Minter showed up, and every single one of my teammates showed up. And that's why I was out there today and able to do what I did. It was just because I had a lot of support, and I knew that I wasn't going to let them down. And obviously, I didn't want to let my family down. I felt like I needed to do this for my family.
All right. That's a nice speech. It shouts out to you, bro. I'm really sorry for your loss. Really. Very emotional, man. They won that game. And I showed a clip of him getting that sack. You know, I'm a big fan of Coach Harbaugh. Tragic, man, you know. All I can say, man, live your life, man, you know. Anything can happen to anybody. You know, I just recently lost my goddaughter. She got hit by a car. You know, that's just like a damn gun, you know. And people are quick to try to solve situations with a gun. But you got people sitting around with these weapons and all they think about is hurting people. Like literally. Do y'all think this has something to do with big views, gang ties? I don't know, but there's going to be some investigations into that. Definitely going to be some investigations into that. Especially in those type of areas. Like they got a map of the gang territories in LA. They got their stuff, they got their shit well documented. That's a fact. But as of now, the suspect is still at large. I don't see no credible reports saying that the gunman has been caught. I've seen some podcasters suggesting that. But when you look at that type of information, you know, you want it from credible sources. And I know Big U, you're not feeling that great right now. especially when we lose somebody that's supposed to be close to us, and we be wishing that we was there to save them, to stop this from happening. We be wishing that type stuff. If you lose somebody that's close to you, especially in this manner, you wish you was there. You wish you was there to stop this, save it, or whatever. Or go after the other person yourself. That's how it is, human nature. When we go through stuff like this. This is GPTV1 Monday edition. Y'all got to join me every Monday. Shouts out to my new members. And y'all stay safe out there, family. I will be back Wednesday with some new stuff, some new content. So, one love to y'all, man. One love.
Came up out the concrete, dust on my sneakers. Dark nights, cold streets, talking to the dreamers. Whispers in the alley say the world don't need us. But I saw a throne in the smoke like Jesus. Heart of a soldier, hands of a builder. Mind like a king, but the pain got realer. Cameras show the wars that the world won't witness. Shatter empire, I was born in the trenches. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Crawled out the fire, but the flames still touch you. From the mud, from the bottom, yeah, I came from the struggle. Now I'm standing on the mountain, watching how the world hustle. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Love for the money, but the money don't love you. Bloodlines built empires, legends and ghosts. Families